Hey YouTubers, this is Jacques, and today I want to talk to you guys about this big ass lens. It's the FUJINON 200mm f2 weather sealed, image stabilized, fixed focal lens by FUJINON. Let's talk about it right now. So hey you guys, just talking to you guys, just telling you that I just got this lens. It just came in. Thanks to the people at Fuji for sending me this lens. You guys are really, really cool and allowing me the chance to put this thing through its paces. It's a lot of fun and I think it'll be really cool. Now, let me just talk about a couple of specs of this camera and you'll know why in the end, why I want to talk about those specs. The FUJINON XF 200 F2 OIS WR. It has a maximum aperture of f2 and a minimum aperture of f22. It is a 305mm field of view on a 35mm equivalent. It has 19 elements and 14 groups. 2 of those are ED elements and 1 is a super ED element. It has 9 rounded blades. It weighs at a whopping 2.265 kilograms. It also comes with the XF1.4X TC F2 WR teleconverter, which gives you a 427mm f2.8 equivalent, which is not too darn bad if you ask me. Huge. Fuji boasts fast and silent autofocus. Fuji also claims that it has 5 stops of image stabilization. Via the side buttons, Fuji gives you functions like focus preset position. You can go back and preset focal lengths with the push of a button. Like all these lenses in this price range, there is a focus range selector to give you even higher AF speeds. The lens is dust, moisture, and temperature resistant down to -10 degrees Celsius. There's a couple of specs on this lens that make it really, really good, and it is the crazy, crazy low F wide opening, thus the gigantic, huge glass. It is a fixed focal. There's no zoom on this thing. It also has image stabilization on it and a couple of other pro features like weather sealing and stuff like that. Now, these type of specs at a high level become very expensive, especially when you're talking optics and sharpness at this sort of range. And that leads me to the whole idea is that who is Fuji aiming to get with this lens? Now, it's very, very simple. There are 2 people. There are the event and sport photographers, and it's the wildlife nature photographers. It is these people that Fuji is going to get. There are a couple of specs on this lens that might make it interesting for other stuff, and that is the following. I believe that this lens can be good for 2 other things. One is event photography, low light events like show photography. Next week, I'm going to be shooting an event where there's extremely low light and I'm far away. I have to be quiet, therefore I have to be far away. The 200mm on an APS-C gives me a 300mm equivalent. I believe that this focal length is all I need to get some really great close-up shots of the performers. Therefore, I am speculating right now that this camera lens might be a good lens for low-light event photography. 1. Secondly, the run and gun fashion photographer might be interested in this lens because of the super high focal length at 200mm and the fact that it can be completely wide open and stay sharp completely wide open. So it might be interesting for people who want to get that shot of the model far away in a cityscape where there's blurriness in the back. This lens might be an excellent fashion bokeh king. I might be right, I might be wrong. We're gonna find out. Next week, I have a shoot where I'm gonna run and gun in fashion, and I also have a shoot where I'm gonna do some show and event photography, and I'd like you guys to tell me what you think. Now, anybody out there who's had experience with this lens, please write in the comments below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think this is like. And listen, it is a $6,000 lens. Is it justified to pay this price if you are a person who does street photography? The answer is a flat no. Is it justified if you're doing Walk around, no. It's a flat no. Tourist photography, no, don't use it. It weighs a ton. You just can't use this lens. But for certain things, it becomes essential, quintessential, the thing that you have to use and have to have in your arsenal. So guys, make sure you stay tuned and check out what I have to offer about this lens. I hope you guys enjoy. And for the next couple of weeks, I have it for 3 weeks, and I am going to shoot the hell out of it during those 3 weeks. So stay tuned. You guys like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment below. And don't forget, everybody, keep on making something from nothing.